Back again with a Modern League mono white martyr. We're looking at a hand here that has enough lands and a path to do work. We have two parts of what we need for Serra to get online. We're in really good shape here, so we're going to keep this one. We are on the draw. Opponent starts with a polluted delta into an untapped watery grave, and then Thought seizes us, so I'm looking at Death's Shadow here. If I'm a Death Shadow player, I'm looking at the Ranger of Eos and the path to Exile. Depends on what they have in hand in terms of which is the take they want. If this is Death Shadow, we're looking in a good situation because we have two land destruction lands, and Death Shadow really can't handle having its lands blown up. It only runs a small number of basics. There's another Ghost Quarter. We're going to leave up mana instead of casting anything. Mishra's Bauble just confirms that this is Death Shadow. They blow it up right away. Target me, which makes sense. I always want to know what they see when they Mishra's Bauble. I wish it was a reveal. Does the card get better if it's reveal? I don't think it does. I don't think it really changes anything in particular. They draw from Mishra's Bauble. We draw a Ghostly Prison, which really strong against Death Shadow. Still not going to cast anything. We're not in any hurry since they're not in any hurry. Scalding Tarn into a Blood Crypt. They can cast a Shadow now. They instead cast a Snapcaster targeting Thoughtseize. So they're looking to pick off that path, but they're going to see a Ghostly Prison. Do they take that? They're down to 4 cards in hand. So it seems to me it's still the path. Yep, it does end up being the path. We are going to Field of Ruin their blue source right away. Actually, no, let's resolve the Ghostly Prison right away and make it harder for them to attack us. Squadron Hawk is an excellent draw, and we can't wait to cast it. We will likely Field of Ruin that blue source next turn, and then cast Squadron Hawk. They Thoughtseize, and that will likely get our Squadron Hawk, which is a bummer. They're down to 6 life. Still 4 cards in hand, though, so they're in pretty good shape here. This is going to be a tough one unless we draw something that stops a Death Shadow. They do not cast anything. They're debating an attack with the Snapcaster. I feel like they just don't. You want to be able to hold up mana, it seems like. Crucible ends up being a great draw. We're going to cast it with the Ghost Quarter open in case they try to stub. Looks like they will try to Stubborn Denial. It makes sense to Stubborn Denial. Either get me to pay or lose your land here. I'm not going to bother. to start attacking their land. I'm going to wait until I can Field of Ruin their land. This time they do get in for 2. They leave up Watery Grave to counter stuff. That's not our plan, though. We're gonna cast a Ranger just to have it. Sorry, cast a Martyr just to have it. Might have been better to Field of Ruin up there. They do fetch a Watery Grave untapped. Go down to 3 to black blue to dismember a Martyr of Sands. What happens when they dismember the Martyr of Sands is they allow me to first activate it and then start blowing up their lands. They're at 1 mana, so they can't play a land. Most Grixis decks don't run more than 2 basics, so they are now functionally dead in the water at 1 land. And they don't have a red for Battle Rage, they don't have a red for Bolt, for K-Command to kill the Crucible. They are in very dire straits right now. And we're going to get 2 lands here, and a path for when we want to finally do away with their Snapcaster. We are going to take the black here, just so they can't cast a Death Shadow. We don't really care if they counter things, because we have enough mana to pay for it. And they see that I win. So Death Shadow is an interesting case. Hex Parasite shuts down the Lily if they have it. Rest in Peace shuts down a lot. Rune Halo ends up being really strong. I do like Cast Outs. I don't like Wraths here. So we'll get rid of the big mana Wraths. Ballista is great. We'll cut down to 2 Ghostly Prisons. We've got 3 Gideons of the Trial. Archangel is not strong in this matchup. She does instantly kill a Death Shadow. Instantly kill them if they're at 3 life. But she is hard to cast. 5 mana is a pretty big commitment in a lot of ways. So we're going to cut her. We will check to see if we can bring her back. Kamiya False Hope isn't very good. I don't like it. I will keep it in, unfortunately, simply because getting Teamer Battle Raged is no fun. From here, I feel like it's cutting a Ranger and a Proc. Really don't want to send to 61, so let's cut a Cast Out and see where that gets us. Cast Out is hard to cast. It's not hard to out, but it's hard to cast. This hand seems very good. It's going to be very hard for them to counter the Runed Halo. They put me on the play? That's interesting. Putting me on the play is an interesting decision. I don't know how I feel about it. Bobble, Bloodstained Mire. Crack Bobble. Crack. Nope, no crack on Bloodstained Mire. Our opponent's doing some interesting things here. We are going to cast a Martyr. We won't run out Rune Halo yet, simply because they can easily fetch into a Stubborn Denial and blow us out. There you go. Down to 15. Or not down to 15. Down to 15. And dismembering Martyr again. I can't tell if this is just a budget version or if they just keep drawing their one of Dismember, but paying that much to not fatal push me is a lot. I feel like that's a very large commitment. They don't cast anything. And we're content just casting creatures that they can't really counter. Squadron Hawk is very, very good against them. And we're going to get all three. Squadron Hawk pecks away when a person's at 20. Squadron Hawk isn't an effective attacker. When a person's at 9, Squadron Hawk is functionally an infect creature. They dump a Jace's Vren Prodigy on that Thought Scour, and that's unfortunate for them. We get a Ghost Quarter. We can now start casting things through Stubborn Denial. Even if they, for some reason, have double Stubborn Denial, we're fine. So we're going to name Death Shadow here. And start attacking. Opponent blood crypts themselves down to 9 on our end step. Opponent Thought Seizes. Thought Seize has a lot of good targets here. It seems like it's between the Prison and the Gideon. They take the Gideon down to 7. So does that mean they have a Death Shadow and no way to attack me? Here's a Snapcaster. Or a Grim Lavamancer, or an Eon 2. Eon 2 is very good right now. Can we top deck a cast out? We cannot top deck a cast out. What we can do is play Ghostly Prison. We cut all of our 5-mana spells, so let's just get that blue source. So they'll fetch a blue source, but now they have no basics. We will send them down to 6. This turn they have to set off their EE. They will play Liliana, the Last Hope. They don't set off their EE. Liliana is a pain in the butt. She's less a pain in the butt with Ghostly Prison. She does just kill all of our creatures, so that's obnoxious. But we get a Ranger, and Ranger is great because it allows us to get 2 Serra Ascendants. And Serra Ascendant is great because we're at 30 life. So, unless our opponent is able to bolt us here, or kill the Ranger and then do some amount of damage, we're going to get to start casting Serra Ascendants. Our opponent does have 6 cards in hand, 5 now with the Watery Grave. They do cast a Death Shadow, so here comes the EE activation, one would imagine. They're debating how to tap to activate the EE. Oh no, they cast a Gurmag Angler. Okay, and now activate the EE? And now activate the EE? And now cast another Death Shadow. So activate the EE next turn seems to be the plan. We draw a Serra Ascendant. We're just going to cast all of them. Don't at me. Our opponent didn't activate their Lily, which is awkward to me. There doesn't seem to be a reason not to activate the Lily. EE on 1, not EE on 1. If they activate the EE on 1, they can attack though. And then we can just proc back. They could mess this up though. If, and this is a big if they're down to 2 cards, so they're down to 2 cards, that's not an if. The if is they tap a swamp, they tap a Blood Crypt to activate EE. They would need a Stubborn Denial. And they don't realize they killed their Death Shadow. I don't think they understood that they were killing their Death Shadows there. And they can't attack me. So, not playing very tight, our opponent here. We're going to cast it and see if they've got it. We're just going to look them in the face and say, do you have it? Guts. Show me a stub. They cannot show me a stub. That EE on 1 was an unfortunate move, I feel like. They can just bring it back with Lily, because getting to, yeah, there's the concession. Let's look at what their options were. They can get the Death Shadows back and cast them, but only one Serra has to get in. Yeah, that was a really unfortunate misplay on our opponent's behalf. We are 2-0. We take dubs. And we'll see you in the next one. This is the break-even match. We've got 3 matches to break even on this league. Doing pretty well with Mono White Martyr so far. See you in the next one.